Welcome back to the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series from South Haven, Mississippi, beautiful Snowden Grove Park. I'm Ted Rutan. This contest features the Huffman Vikings All-Stars taking on the Germantown Blue Devils. Pitching for the Huffman Vikings is Armani Rogers, and leading things off for the Germantown Blue Devils is Spence Moore. A ball and a strike. Behind the plate in this ball game, we have Kevin Farmer from Cortland, Mississippi. And on the base is Larry Watson from Olive Branch. And we've got a hit batter to start things off. Moore reaches base via an HBP. So now batting for Germantown, John Lee, the second baseman. Moore, short lead. Lee hits it up the middle. And they boot it. Unfortunately, Dietrich Young was looking for the double play, might have gotten ahead of himself, took his eye off the ball. First and second, nobody out. Lining one into left field is Hunter Jones. They're going to send the runner home, and Moore will slide in just ahead of the throw. 1-0 on an RBI single from Hunter Jones. And a good start for Germantown, taking advantage of the error in the infield. They lead 1-0, nobody out. This will bring up their cleanup hitter, the first baseman, number 16, Hayden Parker. And this is sliced through the hole on the right side. They'll send the runner home. Throw will go toward first base. One run scores. Here comes the other runner all the way from first. It's 3-0 here in the top of the first. Stepping in for Germantown, number 11, Preston Roll, the left fielder. Trying to catch up here, folks. I'm setting my lineups as we go. Ball one to Roll. And that one is in the dirt. Throw down to third is... He's called safe at third base. The catcher, Jamari Johnson thought he had him there, and it was a very close play at third. Strike called. 2 balls and a strike on the batter, Preston Roll. Slapped foul. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And slap foul out of play on the right side. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Strike call on the outside corner. 1 down here in the top of the first. Jake Weiss, the right fielder, stands in. Down low, ball one. Rogers looks in to get the sign from Johnson. Kicks and delivers. Strike called. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Popped up, and that's back here out of play, just above our press box. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogers sets and delivers. Down and away. Runs the count full. A little bit of a struggle for Rogers here finding the plate. Up and in, ball 4. Weiss takes it high and tight. Earns a trip to first. First and third, 1 out. This will bring up the center fielder, number 9, David Hogan. Weiss takes off for second. No throw from Johnson. Two balls and no strikes. And that one's outside, 3-0 to Hogan. Swinging at the 3-0 pitch. Here's the delivery. Strike call on the inside corner. I thought it was a strike call on the inside corner. Apparently it was inside, ball 4. Okay. And a short pop-up in the infield. Rogers able to go home. And they're asking questions of the umpire, Kevin Farmer. He's going to go out and talk with Larry Watson, and they'll discuss the play. And the runner is safe. So it's 4-0, 1 out. And this will bring up Buddy Fisher. Jamari Johnson getting a little counseling from the coaching staff for Huffman. Of course, head coach Derwin Van, assisted by Richard Harris, Darren Sutton, Ty Smith, and Coach Red. 1 out. Germantown Blue Devils have batted around. This is the 9th hitter of the inning. Buddy Fisher, the shortstop. 0-1 the count. Rogers delivers. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's upstairs, goes to the backstop, but comes back quickly. No chance to advance. Here's the pitch. Swung on, looped into short right field, and that's going to fall. 1 run in. The throw will come to the plate, and that will hold them to just 1 run. Bases will stay loaded on the RBI single by Buddy Fisher, and it is now 5-0 here in the first. We're back to the top of the order, Spence Moore. And we're going to have a visit to the mound and perhaps a pitching change. We will have a pitching change, and we'll take a short break and be right back with more of the Dizzy Dean World Series from South Haven, Mississippi. Giancarlos Hunter on the mound now for the Huffman Vikings. Spence Moore, who led off the game being plunked and scoring a run, steps in for the second time here in the first inning. He takes a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hogan at third, Carnathan at second, and Fisher at first. And Moore was hit right on the helmet. Hopefully he's wearing a Schutt sports helmet. They are checking on him out there. Again, umpiring the bases, Larry Watson. Going to make sure. He wants to see him run, make sure he can run a straight line. 6-0 the score. John Lee comes up. He reached on an error on what was a very possibly a double play ball that Dietrich Young just took his eye off of. Want to know the count on Lee. Swings, and here it goes to Young again. This time he's got it, shuffles it to second, over to first, not in time. J.C. Cade stopped it. 2 runs will score. They get the force out at second for the second out of the inning, but it's now 7-0. And Lee is at first. Carnathan and Fisher each come in. Or no, excuse me, Fisher was forced out at second. I apologize. Nope. Now at the batter's box is Hunter Jones. 2 outs, Lee at first base. This one is fouled back. The score should be 8-0. The scoreboard reads 7. Pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Top of the first, 8-0. Runner goes, and it's off the pitcher's hand. Young won't have a chance to throw him out. Everything that could possibly go wrong for Huffman has here in the top of the first. Coach Van is going to go out and check on Giancarlos Hunter and make sure he's okay. He took that shot off the pitching hand. Gets a pat on the head. He'll go back on the mound. They may ask him to throw a couple of pitches to make sure. And they will do that just to make sure he can grip the ball properly. Nope. They'll go ahead and send in the hitter. Here comes Hayden Parker, singled his first time up. First and second, nobody out. Or excuse me, 2 outs. 8-0 the score here at the top of the first. Off the backstop, runners move up to second and third. Strike called right down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, he got him to chase the high, hard one inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Inside, full count. Parker singled his first time up. Chopper back to the pitcher, and Giancarlos Hunter tosses over to first. But the Germantown Blue Devils strike for 8 in the top of the first. We'll get to the bottom of the inning in a moment. Leading off the bottom of the first for the Huffman Vikings is number 4, Jamari Johnson, the catcher. He wasn't thrilled that first half inning. Thought he had a runner thrown out at third. Thought he had a force out at the plate. Neither call went his way. Defensively, for Germantown, first off, on the mound is Hunter Jones. The catcher is Spence Moore. At first base, Hayden Parker. Second base, John Lee. Shortstop, Buddy Fisher. Third base, Landon Carnathan. And in left, Preston Roll. In center, David Hogan. And right, Jake Weiss. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Jamari Johnson. That one is popped up out of play. Jones from the full windup. And it's chopped to short. Fisher over to first in time for the out. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Dietrich Young, the shortstop, steps in. This is fouled back. Oh, and 1 the count. Pitches upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside corner, 2-2. Look out. Three balls, 2 strikes to Dietrich Young. And he's going to take ball 4. First base runner of the afternoon for Huffman. DeMarcus Kendrick steps in. Huffman has Young steal second base. From the stretch, Jones delivers. Strike called, throw down to third, not in time. Back-to-back stolen bases for Young. Swing and a miss. Got Kendrick to chase the high one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We did find out never put Ted in ever. It instantly takes the like, you'll see there is 2 strings today because we put Ted in to get those sponsor reads and I instantly killed my string and told me. So I had to restart VMix and restart the string, unplug
The pass ball. or wild pitch, excuse me, allows Young to score, and it's 8-1. Huffman is known to put runs up in bunches. Full count on the batter, DeMarcus Kendrick. And he will take his baseball for second walk in a row given up by Hunter Jones. Throw over to first, not in time. And the runner goes, throw down to second. Another stolen base. Kendrick. Safely swipes second. 1-0 the count on the batter, Amari Rogers. Strike called, throw down to third, not in time. Kendrick steals another one. Ball upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Grounder through the hole, base hit by Rogers. Throw gets away, and he's going to take second base. It's 8-2. Rogers on second. Huffman trying to answer back here in the bottom of the first. This will bring up Bear Burrow playing second base in this contest. Here's the pitch. He tries the bunt. Might have tipped it, but it was snagged there by Spence Moore. Throw down to third, and it gets away, and in to score will be Rogers. It's 8-3. Only one out here in the bottom of the first inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He got Burrow on strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. This will bring up Jacob Sutton. Outside. Ball 1 to Sutton. Swing at the fastball, 1-1. That one got him. He looks all right. I'm sure it stung. But that puts Sutton at first with 2 outs and brings up the first baseman, number 17, J.C. Cade. Making sure that players are safe in the dugout. The pitch, and this one is ripped into left field, base hit by Cade. He has shown that if the ball is close, he is swinging. And he is hitting. Now batting will be Giancarlos Hunter, number 3. Giancarlo started out the game in center field and has come on to pitch. Strike call. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Jones trying to get out of the inning without any more damage. They lead 8-3. Missing just up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, 2-2. 2 outs. Upstairs, full count. Will start the wheels. And ball 4. Bases are loaded. This will bring up the right fielder, T.K. Smith, and here in the first inning, both teams have batted around. A base knock here would tighten things up even more. Strike called on T.K. Smith. Inside. 1-1. Strike at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one missed away. 2-2. They've run the count full and run up the pitch count on Hunter Jones. Get everybody moving. And ball 4. They've walked in another run. We're back to the top of the order as T.K. Smith took ball 4. And Sutton comes in to score. We're going to have a conversation on the mound. Let's see if they're going to make a move. Right now, it looks like just a conversation. between the head coach, Greg Fisher, and his pitcher, Hunter Jones. And that's what it was. I believe the instructions were throw some strikes, make him hit the ball. It's 8-4, actual tying run at the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss. This one is hit out into right center. This is trouble. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. The 3rd run is coming in to score. And it is 8-7 as Jamari Johnson rips a 2-out bases-loaded triple in the first inning. The tying run is 70 feet away at third base. Well, if the request was to throw strikes, he did. And it was well struck. 1 ball, no strikes to Dietrich Young. He wasn't in the box, and Jones was ready to throw. He's going to get a little teaching moment from Larry Watson. 1 ball, no strikes to Dietrich Young. That's in the dirt. Nice pick there by Spence Moore. 3 balls, no strikes. Will they give him the green light? He walked his first time up this inning, stole second, stole third, and scored. Well, the bat was on the shoulder. I think that answers the question of the green light. 3-1 now. Johnson, the tying run at third base. That was upstairs. Young walks for the second time this inning. And he immediately is going to go to second. No throw, no one covering. Basically, a walk for an automatic double. So with 2 outs, runners at second and third, we're going to have perhaps a change as the coaches from Germantown Blue Devils are going to make a move, I believe. Hunter Jones hands the ball over. They are going to bring in a new pitcher. Looks like that will be Jack Davis. We'll take a short break. Actually, instead of a break, I want to thank some of our fine sponsors. First, how about Champion T-shirts? National sponsor of the Dizzy Dean World Series. Design your shirts online. GoChampion.net. And now, Baden Sports. Baden Sports Equipment, the coaches and players' choice for 30 years. And of course, David's Sunflower Seeds. Every player in the Dizzy Dean World Series will receive a bag of David's Sunflower Seeds. Thank our fine sponsors. We'll take a short break as he warms up, and we'll be back with more Dizzy Dean World Series in a moment. Jack Davis in to pitch for the Germantown Blue Devils. 8-7, bottom of the first. It's been an offensive affair, to say the least. DeMarcus Kendrick is the batter. Runners at second and third. He shows bunt just to distract the pitcher, but didn't seem to bother Davis. However, it is ball one. Line to second base, but grabbed by John Lee. That will end the first. 15 runs combined. 8-7, Germantown Blue Devils on top. Preston Roll will lead things off for the Germantown Blue Devils here in the second. 8-7. What a wild first inning. This one fisted out opposite way. Foul ball past J.C. Cade at first base. Carlos Hunter pitching. Fastball upstairs, roll, swing and miss. Strike three called. Now batting Jack Davis as he came in to pitch, taking the spot of Jake Weiss. Two balls and no strikes. Up and away, 3-0 the count on Davis. Strike called on the outside corner, 3-1. Ripped foul. Down the left side. Full count. Inside, ball 4. Davis will earn a 1-out walk. Strike 1 to the center fielder, David Hogan. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if they try to start Jack Davis again. Short lead. He does not go. Pitches upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two. Strike 3, called on the outside corner. Landon Carnathan stepping in. Runner goes. Throw down to second will not be in time. Here's the delivery. Swung on a pitch in the dirt. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 8-7, top of the second inning. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Got him with the high heat. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 8-7, Germantown on top. Welcome back to the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series. We'd like to thank Diamond Baseballs, the official baseball of the Dizzy Dean World Series. And Protect Youth Sports. They do premier background checks on coaches. Don't put your organization at risk. And of course, Rawlings Sporting Goods, the mark of a pro, Rawlings Sporting Goods. Hey, leading things off, Amari Rogers. He had a single, stole a base, and scored back in the first. Davis on the mound. That one is hit sharply to short, over to first, and it's thrown away. Running it down is Hayden Parker. He's going to throw back to the shortstop, and it will be a two-base error. Rogers reaching to start things off here in the bottom of the second. So stepping in now, but Bear Burrow. He puts down a bunt, and it is a beauty. They will have no play. A bunt single. Burrow puts it in a perfect spot. And now he's just going to run to second. No one is covering, so it's second and third off of a bunt single. This will bring up Jacob Sutton. Jacob was hit by a pitch in the first. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Chopper to second. The play will be to first base. They get the out, but the score is tied at 8. Rogers comes in to score on the fielder's choice. Cade swings at the first pitch again, line to the left fielder. And a nice play made out there by Preston Roll. 2 down. Hard hit ball by J.C. Cade, but right at the left fielder, Preston Roll. Carlos Hunter walked in the first inning, and he's at 3-0 right now. Upstairs, he'll walk on 4 pitches this time. Runners at first and third. And they're going to send him. And instead of throwing to get the out, they just let him go. So another two-base walk. This will bring up TK Smith, the right fielder. TK looks at strike one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. We're tied at 8. Runners at second and third. Burrow at third. Hunter at second. Smith the batter. Jack Davis on the mound for Germantown. Davis sets 1-1 to count, and it's chopped toward third. Firing across the diamond, but it can't be picked up by Parker. 2-run score. It's 10-8, Huffman Vikings. Carnathan's throw was a little bit low. Parker couldn't come up with it. 2-run score. Huffman takes the lead. This will bring up the leadoff hitter, Johnson, and he hits one into right center. Then nobody's going to catch that one. Smith will come around to score. Johnson will pull up at second. 11-8, Huffman on top. Johnson with a triple and a double, and now he's trying to steal third, and he is safe. He did get in there. Davis from the stretch. Young takes a rip, fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on third, 2 outs. Here's the delivery. Hit hard down the left field line, but foul by about 3 feet. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Upstairs, 2-2. Swing and a miss. That will end the inning. But Huffman comes up with 4 here in the second. They lead 11-8 after 2. Hey, we would like to thank Sadler Insurance, providing the sports and recreation insurance for the Dizzy Dean World Series. Schutt Sports, baseball's best fitting helmet, massive performance. Schutt Sports. They have come in handy today. And of course, Steelberry, the patch supplier of the Dizzy Dean World Series, creating memories. Steelberry, patch supplier. Hey, it's 11:08 after 2. Check out that patch. Leading things off here in the top of the third inning is Buddy Fisher. Started off at shortstop, moved to right field. Two balls, no strikes. Hunter delivers. That one's up and in, 3-0. And it'll be ball 4. 4-pitch walk to start things off here in the third. Well, the pitching staffs of each of these teams have struggled finding the strike zone. Force out at second. Nicely done by DeMarcus Kendrick. Fisher out on the force, 5-4. Spencer Moore is at first base. And he's going to take off to second. Close play, but he's in there safely. One ball, no strikes to John Lee. He takes a strike there, 1-1. Runner goes. Throw down to third is in time. Oh, they say no. Perhaps slid underneath the tag. Coach Van questioning whether or not the batter was in the way of the catcher. One out. Spence Moore is on third. John Lee at the plate. And we're going to have a conference out here. Well, folks, I guess they're discussing whether or not there was interference by the batter. One out here in the top of the third. 11-8. This game is moving along at a snail's pace. They do have time limits. I believe Coach Van is asking whether or not he can see a replay, but we don't have that for you, Coach. Nope. In fact, he's asking for one of the tournament directors. While we've got this going, hey, we want to thank once again some of our good sponsors. Certainly, Champion T-Shirts, national sponsor of the Dizzy Dean World Series design. Design your T-shirts online at gochampion.net. Also, Baden Sports Equipment, the coaches and players' choice for 30 years. Baden Sports Equipment. And David's Sunflower Seeds. Every player in the Dizzy Dean World Series will receive a bag of David's Sunflower Seeds. Looks like we're about ready to get back to play. Let's reset. 11-8 the score. Huffman Vikings All-Stars from Birmingham, Alabama on top. Germantown Blue Devils from Germantown, Tennessee, they have 8. And swinging at that 2-1 pitch was John Lee, a little bit ahead of that one. Scattered the dugout over there. Runner on third. One out, top of the third. Here's a delivery. And the foul tip was hung on by the catcher, Jamari Johnson. 2 outs. That one's downstairs, ball 1. Two balls, no strikes to Hunter Jones, who started out the game on the mound, moved to shortstop. And here's a chopper to short. Over to first, in time. Nicely done by the first baseman, J.C. Cade, and of course, the shortstop, Dietrich Young. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Huffman leads 11-8. Jack Davis on the mound. First pitch swinging was Kendrick. Goes right to the second baseman, John Lee. One up and one down. Excuse me, that was Buddy Fisher playing second. We've had a substitution that I haven't been notified. One up and one away. Strike called on Amari Rogers. One ball, one strike. We're only in the bottom of the third. It's 11-8. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Three and one. This ball is ripped into left field, but right at Preston Roll. He's made a couple of nice plays out there in left as Huffman isn't afraid to go first pitch swinging. Two up, two down. This will bring up Bear Burrow. Bear struck out in the first and singled in the second. Two balls, no strikes. Bottom of the third. Big swing and a miss. Davis delivers. This one is fouled back over the third base dugout. Will be fielded by a fan from Jackson, Tennessee over there. Foul back to the screen. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the dirt, 3 and 2. And that'll be ball 4. This will bring up Davin Wells, pinch hitting. Wells hitting for Sutton. Stolen base. On down to second goes Burrow. Throw down to third, and sliding in for another stolen base is Burrow. One ball, two strikes. Burrow at third. Wells looks at one in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And upstairs, full count. And that'll be ball 4. And let's see if they just send Wells right out to second base. And they do. They'll try to get him in a rundown, but they will score the run first, and he is sliding safely back into first base. Well, that's why they do it. Draw the throw. Get the run. Successful strategy at this level of baseball. That ball's hit to the left fielder. Again, J.C. Cade has been ripping the ball right at the left fielder. But Huffman picks up one more. They lead 12-8 after 3. We'll be back with more Dizzy Dean World Series in a moment. Hayden Parker leading things off here in the top of the 4th. Germantown started out on fire, 8 runs in the top of the 1st. They now trail 12-8 as we enter the 4th inning. Jacarlos Hunter has done an admirable job since coming on. 2 balls and a strike on Hayden Parker. Chopper, Hunter, nice play off the mound. Picks it clean, throws to Cade, one up, one down. Hunter, nice play off the mound. Picks it clean, throws. First pitch upstairs to Preston Roll. Preston has made some fine plays in left field. Two balls, no strikes. One out, top four. 3-0 the count. Strike called, 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul back. Count goes full. Hunter delivers. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Two up, two down here in the top of the fourth. Two balls and no strikes to Jack Davis. He came on to pitch back in the bottom of the first. He walked in his only other plate appearance. 2 balls and a strike to Jack. Giancarlos Hunter sets and delivers. And this is lined into left field, base hit. Davis 1 for 1. Strike called on the first pitch to Reed Spillers, batting for the first time in the game. Hunter stretches, kicks, and delivers. This one's fouled away. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Huffman Vikings 12, Germantown Blue Devils 8. Jacarlos Hunter steps in to lead things off for Huffman here in the bottom of the fourth. New pitcher on for Germantown is number 23, John Lee. Excuse me, it is number 23, John Lee. Started off the game at second base. And he's pumped in a pair of strikes. Hunter has done a nice job since he has come on to the mound for Huffman. He has walked his only 2 plate appearances in this game. This is a grounder to third, off the third baseman's glove. Carnathan could not get enough leather on it. Base hit for Jacarlos Hunter. This will bring up TK Smith. Hunter telling them he's going. He goes, and they can't do anything about it. Let's see if he tries to swipe third on the next pitch. He's going. The throw is not in time. One ball, one strike to TK Smith. Runner on third. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Down and away, ball 3. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This ball is lifted into right field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. In comes Hunter. It's 13-8. Jamari Johnson steps into the plate. He's had a double and a triple in this game. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. We've only seen a couple of players thrown out today attempting to steal. Coach is looking for a balk. It's 13-8 in the bottom of the fourth. Runner goes. This ball is ripped into left field, base hit. Throw comes to the plate, not in time. Johnson running down to second, and he is safe at second on the throw home. He's only a home run shy of the cycle, double, triple, and a single. So Dietrich Young now batting. Dietrich, a pair of walks, a couple of stolen bases.
It's up to you. If you wanted to always go the same speed, that's cool. But I kind of like to be at my discretion. Yeah, exactly. Because the other one's like a drama. This one's just a little finer, so it really goes so tight.
A stolen base again for Jamari Johnson. Young took a mighty cut at that one. One ball, one strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. This ball is lifted into right. Caught. And no tag there by Jamari Johnson. Be a teaching moment here for him. And it's possible they're just looking at the clock. One out, bottom of the fourth, 14-8. DeMarcus Kendrick offered up a bunt. As if they needed to take more time, he needed to tie his shoe. Okay, one out, runner on third, 14-8 the score. John Lee on the mound. DeMarcus Kendrick swings away. There's a little pop-up in the infield, and it's bobbled. The run will score to make it 15-8. Imagine a little frustration for the folks from Germantown after they started off so positively with 8 in the top of the first. And now to look at the way this game has turned out, they can't be really thrilled about that. Lee delivers, runner goes, and he's going to get second standing up. Amari Rogers. Looks at ball 2. As Kendrick steals third. Two balls, no strikes. Fouled away. From the stretch, Lee delivers. Outside, goes to the backstop, and scoring to make it 16-8 is Kendrick. Well, it's possible they could get to the 10-run rule before the time limit. 1 out, 16-8 the score. Foul back by Rogers. And the delivery. Ground ball to short. Over to first and unable to pick it. Throw from Jones was one hopping Hayden Parker over there. So Rogers reaches. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like. Looks like it'll be Q Threet Jr. Quintez steps in. Runner goes. And he's safe at second. Chopper back to Lee. He makes the play over to first, 2 outs. Davin Wells will step in. Or actually, no, it won't be Davin this time. It'll be Lamin Giddens. Giddens showing bunt, pulls it back. 1 ball, no strikes. Tries to bunt that one. It goes foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or did they say no balls and 2 strikes? The scoreboard says 0-2. And that will end the ball game. The time limit is reached. Your final score: the Huffman Vikings 16, the Germantown Blue Devils 8. We'll take a short break and be back in a moment with our player of the game. You're watching the Dizzy Dean World Series in South Haven, Mississippi. Welcome back to the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series. We're joined by a couple of players from the victorious Huffman Vikings, Jacarlos Hunter and Jamari Johnson. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Now, when you started off the top of the first and they scored 8 runs, what were you really thinking? Tell me truthfully.
Well, we was kind of thinking like that we was gonna lose, but we get it out the mud, so we came back and we got the victory.
Now, when you came in to pitch, did you think my job is just to hold them down until our offense can get going?
Yes.
Well, you seem to do a pretty good job of it. What was your best pitch today?
My best pitch.
Yeah, was it your fastball going today?
Fastball.
All right. Now, when you were behind the plate, there were a couple of calls that I don't think you were all that thrilled with, but that's okay. Umpires make mistakes. But did that fire you up a little bit to go ahead and hit the
Yeah,
ball? Because you ended up ripping the ball a couple times.
Yeah, it did. It did.
That made you feel good when you connected on it too, didn't it?
Yeah.
So you kind of felt like a little vindication there.
Yeah.
All right. What's your plan going forward? You guys have played 3 games. You played 2 tough ones today. What time do you play tomorrow?
9 and 2 again.
9 o'clock? All right. Well, best of luck tomorrow, guys. Congratulations on a good win. Great comeback from down 8-0 to come back and win 16-8. That's really good stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for our coverage on our first day here at the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series at Snowden Grove Park in South Haven, Mississippi. I'm Ted Rutan. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.